welcome back to Stationery Island's channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jana and today I'm going to be showing you how I set up my bullet journal spreads for February. I'm also going to be announcing the last giveaway's winner at the very end of this video, and as usual there's also going to be another giveaway to celebrate the new month, so if you want to enter that, then please make sure to stay until the very end of the video. Alright, before we get started, here's a flip through of my January spreads all filled in. I really enjoyed planning for January because I really liked my theme. I think it's just so elegant and it's just something I've always wanted to do but never really got around to doing. And yeah, thank you so much for all the nice comments on my January plan with me. I'm so happy that you guys like my spreads. And for February I decided to go colourful again since I've only really used black, gold and silver for January. I feel like this time I should use bright colours. So I've gone for this red and pink calligraphy, and then I added some black lines on the right side of each stroke to add a bit more depth to the lettering. So my theme for this month is sweets because it's the month of love or whatever. I didn't really want to go with the regular love hearts, and I was actually quite tempted to recreate my last year's theme just because that was sort of romantic but still neutral with envelopes and love letters, and I don't know, I just really liked it. If you missed that, I'll leave a link in the description box below just in case you want to try that theme out for this month. But yeah, this year I'm using a lot of pinks and reds, and just to tone the pink down a bit, I decided to add a bit of yellow so it's not too sickly. I feel like this spread turned out to be a bit too pink, but I actually quite like it like that. I feel like it's perfect for February and it's just nice and loud and sweet. As usual, on the other side I have my quote. For this month I decided to go for this quote that says, "You can't be bitter and expect your life to be sweet." Which, to be honest, I chose purely because I wanted something that went with my theme. But I actually really like this quote because it sort of encourages me to be kinder, sweeter and just overall nicer, because really what's the use in being mean and bitter. To decorate I added more candy drawings to tie the two pages together. I'm using different shades of pink from our Stationery Island Brush Pens Essentials and Seasons, and then the yellow from the Essentials Plus collection again, just to balance it out a bit. Next I have my monthly log. As usual I'm using a calendar format, but feel free to use a list format or whatever you find the most useful. This is my favourite format because it works the best for me, and every time I switch it up and go for a list format I always end up regretting it. But if you have any other monthly log recommendations, let me know in the comments below and I'll try it. So each square in my calendar is 7x7 dots in my Stationery Island bullet journal, which by the way I developed. Just in case you didn't know, just a bit of shameless plug there. I've also been busy developing other types of notebooks, so soon we will be launching lined, plain and grid journals. I'll be sure to share them with you as soon as we launch them, if any of you are interested. But yeah, for this I'm just drawing more sweets for decoration, and then I'm adding more yellows again to go with all that pink. Next is my mood tracker, and for the title I'm using the same style I did on the cover page. I really like this style, and I think using 2 colours and adding black outlines is such an easy way to spice up any Bujo title. Okay, so for the actual tracker, I'm drawing a gumball machine, and I don't know if any of you have seen Regular Show, but this really reminds me of Benson, probably because he's literally a gumball machine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Regular Show, it's amazing. But yeah, inside the machine I'm drawing 29 circles, which will be the gumballs, and I'm basically just going to colour in the gumballs depending on my mood. So I've also got this little legend at the bottom to show what colour represents what mood. Next is my habit tracker, and I'm just using the same font for the title to keep it consistent. Then I'm using the same format that I always use, and I'm tracking the same habits like my water intake, spending habits, if I'm making art, if I'm eating junk food, reading, and if I'm in bed by 10. To decorate, I'm just drawing more gumballs, and again this is just to tie the 2 pages together. If you want to spice up your bullet journals with different trackers, I recently made a video on different tracker ideas, so I'll link that in the description box below if you want to check that out. And of course I had to do a Valentine's Day-ish spread just because I think it's nice to keep it a little festive. I'm actually really interested to know how you guys feel about Valentine's Day. It doesn't really bother me that much, and it's not really something that I make sure to celebrate, but I still think it's quite cute when people do something nice for the SOs. I'm also a big fan of Galentine's and Palentine's or whatever day because I think it's also quite nice to show your friends you love them. But obviously showing affection isn't limited to just one day a year, and it should really be encouraged daily. I used to be one of those people who are so afraid, I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, I used to be afraid of affection from anyone, friends, family, literally anyone. I just hated it, despised it, didn't want anything to do with it. But now I'm slowly trying to be a bit more affectionate in my own little way, and I don't know, I'd like to think I'm doing an okay job. Right, anyway, the idea behind this spread is that you dedicate a love heart to a person in your life every day, and you can write what they did. So sort of like a nice little gratitude log, but for the people around you. I did a similar thing last year, but I called it Love Letters to the World, and I basically just dedicated a short little love note to someone each day. So for example, someone at work made you coffee, then you can write that down. I just think it's nice to keep a record of something that made you happy every day, just so you can have something to look back on days where you need it. Also, since we're on the topic of love, I'm also curious to know your guys' love language. If you don't know, I'll leave a link of the test in the description box below so you can check yours, and you can let me know in the comments below. I think it changes over time as well, because before my love languages were gift giving and acts of service, which I thought was really funny, and now I think it's quality time and, well, still acts of service. But yeah, I'd love to know yours, so let me know in the comments below once you've done the test, because I'm really nosy. Alright, next I have my February highlights page because I'm a bit gutted I didn't do one for January. I always say it's one of my favourite spreads to fill in, but I always seem to forget about it because I'm terrible. But yeah, this time I'm determined to do it monthly. And finally, I have my weekly pages. For this, I decided to go with a new weekly setup. I feel like I haven't actually done this before. I have included it in my weekly layout ideas video before, but I haven't personally tried it out. I think this is quite a nice layout because it's in portrait mode, so I get to write better lists. also get this nice little space in the middle where you can draw or write whatever you want. So of course I drew more sweets to keep the theme consistent, and then I've coloured them in with the same bright pinks, red and yellow. And finally, here's a flip through of all the spreads I've done for the month of February. I can't wait to use these spreads, and I also feel like I always think January goes so slowly, but this time I feel like it went by really fast. So I will be using my spreads in no time. And of course I have to announce the winners of the last giveaway. And here are our winners. Congratulations! Each of you will receive these amazing prizes. Please check the description box below for instructions on how to claim your prize. And if you didn't win, don't worry, we have another giveaway. And this time we're giving away these 3 things, and the winner will get this pack of 6 brush pens in spring, which is a nice set. I really like these colours. And also we're giving away these 24 fabric pens, which is great for DIYs and drawing on shirts and tote bags. I really like this. And also, of course, we had to give away a bullet journal, and this time we're giving away this sunflower colour, which I actually really like. To enter, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below with the hashtag SILove. And yeah, that's it. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We make videos every Wednesday. And that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week.